What's up, guys? Welcome back to my garage. We just got the old Mercedes Sprinter van out here. We're getting it prepared to send off to the buyer. I was just power washing it and cleaning out the inside and just getting ready to send her off. You know, I did miss some rust when we did the rust removal. As you see here, there's some rust in this door jamb, and I think there's some rust here on the top of the roof in here somewhere. But yeah, other than that, you know, and then maybe some suspension work underneath, she's pretty good. I did sell this van for $27,000. You know, it is a Mercedes after all. I think that's on the real cheap end of these. This is the barn we're going to send it away on, and this is the cash that we received. 20 and 30. He gave us a few $1,000s more. Thanks for looking out. Yeah, I mean, that's what your bros do. They look out for you, give you a little extra cash on the sale. You know what I mean? You guys wouldn't know nothing about that. I'm just messing with you. Calm down. All right, let's load up these tires. I had these tires. Remember, they were from Phantom's thing. Yes, Phantom is our buyer of the van. He buys a good amount of my stuff when I sell it, just because my stuff is just so freaking cool. You know, pretty badass. But yeah, those came in the barn with his car over there. I don't know what you want to call that. You know, it's a Bart built on a B200 frame. Let's load these wheels up and send them back to him. Those there are 6 of these. They don't necessarily have to be perfect. They don't, you know. Throw that down right there, and then throw this last one right in there. Yep, it's nice to get this one sold and down the road. Get a little straighter in the door here. There we go. There we go. There's the van getting sent off. I do like this van. I've said that many times, but I do like it. And then Phantom's getting his tires back. They're loaded up in the back of the van, as you saw. We're going to put that in there, and then it's time to get to work. I did hear back from Phantom about the windows, the interior, and the color. And basically, he told me to do what I want with this vehicle. He said that he trusts me. I don't know if he should. But yeah, he said that I have you know, free ability to do whatever I choose to do with this. So that's good. So what I think I'm going to do with the interior, we are going to put windows in this car. what I'm going to do with the interior is I'm going to put a headliner, a rear view mirror. We already have the door panel covers, or door cover, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to put a passenger seat in here, but I'm not going to put a rear seat. I'm going to put the interior back here too, so it looks a little better. So let's get going with that. Start with a mirror. Yeah, there's the headliner. Trying to see if they had a chrome mirror, but I could always chrome the mirror. It's not that big of a deal. Phantom has the Material Master, so that's not that big of a deal if I use the Material Master. Oh well, it didn't chrome. Okay, interesting. What? Oh, it's doing the restore. Usually it does that, and then yeah, there we go. Cool. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I don't think I asked you that yet. Hopefully you are. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm not going to worry about sun visors. They don't matter. There we go. We're looking for that. Oh, it's a boat. Man. I've been watching a bunch of videos now of, the games came out in the last week or two, but on early access on PC, my winter car. The game looks frustrating, but it looks fun. I don't have the game. I never played My Summer Car. Which My Summer Car, if you don't know, is a game that came before My Winter Car. But yeah, it looks to be close to being the same game. Except there are some differences. You know, you got the snow and everything, but that one thing that you have is, of your stats you got to keep up or you die basically in the game is a problem. Or because you have a drinking problem, you have to, drink a beer and water or a couple beers or whatever to get the problem to go down and away, and it keeps coming back. That looks like it. That would be a pain to keep track of. All right. I think we're gonna put I think putting a glove box door. It's gonna look better. We do that. Need a screwdriver. The dashes don't look the greatest anyways in this car. Alright, cool. And what I want to do, I want to put a radio in here. Because why not? You're obviously driving that car to have fun in, right? So might as well put some tunes in there. Let's see here. It wouldn't be in here, would it? Probably have to change that to all cars. The base game one in. That other Pioneer you saw is obviously a mod. Okay, so we got a stereo in here for tunes. So that is all done for the interior. Like I said, I'm not going to put a rear seat in there. And it looks like this because that run stand is in here, that adapter. I keep calling it a run stand, but it's called an adapter to build the Bard on the B200 frame. So that's going to be like that, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, you're building a special car here. Let's see. We need windows. Oh, what am I doing? Set to all cars. I am an absolute dummy. That's why when I bought them, I'm like, those don't look right. Well, yeah, they wouldn't look right, would they? Because they're not for the car that we're working on. Oh, I can't believe myself sometimes. Right, left. Oh, we have little windows too. Okay. We'll get these ones in first. Get that, get that. Get our ranch. Pop these off again. Oh. We have broken window lifters in here. That's not good. I think we got the wrong one anyways. Okay. That's broken. Maybe he had windows in here before. He busted up his ride. And we have to put the small ones here. Oh man, I screwed up again. Why do I screw up so much? I just get in there to get these so I don't have to take the door panel off again. You know what? As much as I'm screwing around, I could have had it off and on already. There we go. All right, let's go grab those small windows for the rear. You know what? There we go. Windows and interior done. Just like that. Okay, I guess it's now to the engine. Yeah, the engine. I bought a block already. I bought a... Oh, no, we had a crankshaft. What did we need? All pistons and 2 new heads. So that's what we needed. Bought that off camera. Little Louie brought it over here to the shop. Let me put in this camshaft so I don't keep kicking it around. I'll end up kicking it through the wall or something, then we'll never be able to find it ever again. I'll have to buy a new one. Just be my luck. All right. It's coming along rather nicely. Okay. What do we need from here? I think we need an Earl pan. Oh, in the house we looked at, up over that way, up on the hill, that guy was selling. We have a housing inspector coming out to, inspect the house, like I had said in the last video. They're just coming out to inspect it to make sure that, there aren't any real big surprises when we go to possibly purchase the property. But obviously, if I'm having a house inspector coming out to check it out, obviously, we're pretty serious about purchasing the property. Okay, we need the timing cover. Like, I don't even have to think about putting these engines together anymore. I remember not long ago when I started playing this game, man, like a year and a half or so ago, 2 years ago. I struggled with things, man. The game doesn't tell you a whole lot. You just kind of have to figure it out yourself, Remember thinking that the game was so dang hard when I started. Alright, get our rockers on here. Get the front of the engine together. Grab this here, the harmonic balancer and pulley. There we go. Water pump and fan. There is another bolt right there. Earl filter. Let's get the alternator on. And yeah, let's do these. The spark plugs. Go grab our spark plug wrench. I forgot it when I coming over here, you know. Spark plug. Okay, they're in. Let's put this back so we do not lose it. Let's put the intake on. Manifold. Oh, let's get the ignition coil on there, and then we'll put the distributor on. Oh, we need the fuel pump also. Can't forget about that guy. One of your most important parts. Carburetor and air filter housing. Air filter. Phantom did say, I kind of wondered what happened with this engine. He did say that the engine got hot. So that tells me he had some kind of coolant leak or something like that, or didn't put coolant in his radiator. Something along those lines. That it got too hot. It probably was something like that. Unless he was just plain running it too hard and he just cooked it. I guess that's a possibility. There was a guy that not long ago, like last week, asked me, can't remember who it was in the comments, asked, I don't know if he's watching this or not. I'd have to go back and look at my comments to see who it was. But he's a newer guy that just started appearing in my comments not long ago. Don't know if he's been around my channel for a while or not, but he asked me if, you know, I possibly work on his vehicles, you know, in my garage. And, you know, how much I would charge and this and that. And I asked him, I said, you know, well, it depends on all what's wrong with it, what you need done, you know, so I can't answer all those questions without knowing that. And I don't believe he ever, this is about a week ago. I don't believe he ever responded to me. So I don't know if he was just kind of messing around about it or what. Because if any of you guys have played this game and you know how to send cars and money and all that in the barns, like I just sent that van off to, now there's more involved than obviously putting it in a barn and thinking it's just going to magically send itself. That's not going to happen. But if you know how to properly send barns to people, and you have stuff that you want worked on, I don't have a problem doing it. We can work something out, You send me, my garage cash, you send me payment. Um might need something a little up front to help, fund the project, and then you send the rest at once I get your vehicle done for you. But if you have anything you want worked on and you want to see it on the channel here, you know, get with me in the comments there. And, if you're real serious about it, if I respond to you, then, it'd be nice if you respond. If you're going to ask me to possibly do something for you, then why wouldn't you respond? Because if you don't, then at that point, you're wasting everyone's time. All right, so we got that in. Let me turn this off. There we go. Let's head around to the other side. I'm using no clip just because the car is so high in the air. Transmission bolted up. Got to get the fuel line and the wires. Yeah, see, I can't tell where I'm at. There we go. Fuel line is in. Wires. Yeah, not sure why those are going over there. Oh, the B200 battery is over here, I believe. That's probably why. And the alternator. There we go. Do we have a battery? No, we're going to need a battery. Why? Because the one that came in Phantom's car, I threw out. Might actually be in the engine. There we go. Come on now. Okay, now we need a radiator and some hoses. Radiator. Okay, that is in. Now I have to figure something out. What I want to do for this car, before we get it down off the jack stands, I'm not putting, or at least I don't plan to. But obviously plans could change. I don't think I'm putting these wheels back on the car. I will send these back to Phantom, because these wheels are expensive. What I'm going to do, or what I'm going to try to do, I've never done this before, so I'm not exactly sure if it'll work. But I want to put dualies on the front if I can, on the front and the rear. I know the rear can be done. I don't remember exactly what hub I need, but I want to put some dualies on the front and the rear. Now, these are Spaz's off-road tires. So I'm going to use his off-road, probably Spaz's off-road tires to do dualies. I'm not going to do these because I don't think these are going to work for dualies. I mean, we could try them. That would be really cool if they did. But here's the part where it's going to be a little bit of experimenting. So, yeah, I need to grab some hubs. And I'm not sure if they're these or these for the dually. I think it might be just those, but I'm not sure. I think these usually go on the front, but we're going to find out. Why don't I know? Because I don't mess with a lot of the dually stuff a lot of times. To know. I mean, I have done some stuff with the dualies, right? But see, that's not going on. Yeah, these wheels just might not work at all with these, which is fine. We're going to have to use some smaller wheels, I think. We'll just buy 3 of those so we don't have each, so we don't have to come back in here. Let's go all cars. The game is running really slow now because I've been in and out of this catalog now. Sometimes my game slows down because I have so many mods. I'm in and out of the catalog and it has to keep loading a lot of parts in the catalog. All right. There's the dually rims, muscle rims, okay, off-road. Which ones have I used before? Oh, you know what? Maybe it's not the off-road ones. Yeah, they'd be the dually. I know at one time he had the dualies. He I gave him one of my trucks recently that I built for a build competition that had Spaz's off-road dualies on it. So he should have Spaz's off-road dualies, or not off-road dualies, but Spaz's dualies. Since he has that truck that I just sent him like a week or 2 ago. So yeah, if he doesn't have it, he can probably get it. So, and if he doesn't have it, then they're not working on that truck I gave him. All right, so those are off-road, 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 off-road. Four size. Where's this dualies at? Those are the huge dualies. Yeah, those are a separate mod than what the dualies are. Okay, here's the dualies. Yeah, the huge dualies are even bigger. Let's see. Which tire? Oh, okay, these are obviously bigger. I think bigger the tire, the better on this thing. Yeah, those are definitely. Yeah, those and those are close to what he had on there. They're just a smaller version, and they're the dually tire. So yeah, let's get up here and get some of these. We have to mix and match and do some things with these tires. I don't remember exactly how these go on, but I want to do something a little fancier than like a standard like dually rim. So we could do one of these. I've never used these or these. Man, these are a lot of money. Almost $1,200 a piece. Huh. This one? Or this one? I don't want to use those other ones, really. We're just putting those on there right now. I know they don't look right, but. Those look to be much wider. Are you going to give these to me? Thanks, bud. I'm not sure which ones. This one might look more like heavier duty. Might make the car look a little tougher, you know? I think we're going to go with this. That's a big rim. They're expensive, too. $11.50 a pop. And we're going to need quite a bit. See, we got F2, R2. Where's the... See, there's no front on those. Let's see how these are going to work. I really don't know how these are going to exactly work. Let's grab these. I'm going to chrome these. Yeah, much better. Let's grab these. This is junk. I need another tire. That's front 2, rear 2. I don't know. I think that one was a front 2 and then a rear 2. How these are done so they look kind of right is tricky. Like I've done it a few times, but then I never remember how it goes. It's kind of weird. Kind of complicated. Let me grab this for a minute. Bolt that one down. Just one of them. That's all we need for right now. No, that's not work because there should be a space in between these tires. If you do it correctly, there should be a space. It's the front. I don't think it's just mixing them around. I don't think switching them around, I mean. Yeah, see, there should be a gap in between the tires. It's not just one big ass tire. Which might be all right, but we might need that one, that hub. Pop off of there. Thank you. Nope, it's not that one then. Maybe these tires just won't work with it. Because there should be a front rim and a rear rim. Like there's a F1 and an R1, F1 R F2 R2, but there's only a F3 of this kind. Oh no, that is a third. Why is this different though? So they're trying to say that this rim here should go on the front? I don't agree with that. Yeah, this is not how it should. Uh, this stuff is frustrating sometimes because it's just it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. At least to me, it doesn't. Okay, so like, let's try these. If I had my truck here, I could look at it, but I don't. I mean, those are all right. They just, I don't know. Not that I don't mind the rims. These ones are kind of cool. But that one right there. Pretty sure it's this one for the rear. Okay, that's front two. The heck did, oh, okay, it's in my bag still. It's in my bag. It's not going on right. I don't think. I think that this should be. Let's see how does this. Yeah, that's still not. I apologize, guys. This doesn't make a great one, but you know, only the real ones stay in support. Yeah, obviously it doesn't go that way. I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch of garbage. Alright, so rear 2, front 2. Front 1. Okay. So here's a front. I think it should go on the back side like that. I thought it bolted on the front side. Rear 2. Okay, yeah, there's a rear. There's a rear. Okay, this one should go on the outside. I know that this one goes on the outside. See, now it bolted up right. It didn't bolt up on the back side. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go, like that. And you see the gap here now? See, I wasn't just full of shit, see? I know what the hell I'm talking about. There's supposed to be a gap here. Look at that gap now. You guys thought I was all full of shit, didn't you? So, what did I do here? Okay, so this is a rear 1. A rear 1 and a front 1. So we need a rear 1 and a front 1. And then where'd the other one go to? This. Where the heck did that go? Way over here. Okay. See, that's still going on the back side. There we go. So this is a front 2. So the 2 goes first. And then that one. No. There's no gap there. Huh. But it bolts at the front, which is what you want. This is a... Let me try this with this. Since it's saying this is a 3, and that other one is a 3, which the rims don't match, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Okay, that says something. Is it even the same brand? Moto Metal and Moto... Yeah, it is. See, that just bolts in the back. This one should be on the outside, I believe. That has to be on the outside. Okay, so let's put this one on first. Let's just bolt it in the back. Yeah, that's just, it's definitely not right. See how it flips the rim around? That's not how, this should be on the outside. That should be on the outside. I'm not understanding that. We might just go with the regular ones. That I know that works. See, I don't even know if the tires really even matter. Just like, looks like one big tire. But it sticks out now. Where's my wrench? There it is. Yeah, how's that? What's that going on there? Is this rim backwards? I can't tell if it's backwards or not. But there's no gap there. It doesn't really matter. I guess it could be one whole tire. It really doesn't matter. I kind of like those rims. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it how it does it. If it's one big glob of a tire, this looks really wide, which actually might kind of look kind of cool. Actually, if I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's go grab another hub and see if we can do it for the front. You know what? I've changed my mind. Changed my mind. Having one thick tire might actually be pretty cool. Yeah. I'm kind of actually liking that. So, yeah. Oh, we need to get this one here. Hopefully it works for the front. Then we'll have to grab another one. We are just blowing through money. That's all right. We're trying to figure something out. And if it works here, we know it'll work for the other side. I will take these off and I will chrome them. So don't worry about that. Ooh, did not like that, huh? Oh, did I not bolt this one down? Yeah, maybe I didn't bolt it down. There we go. It's like one big tire. Kind of tell it's kind of two separate ones in a way, but also looks like one big tire. Because you can kind of see where they come together. Those rims they're sticking way out. Huh. Wonder if this would be different if, yeah, because it's going on backwards. And what we're seeing is the rim behind it sticking out through it. To make it look like it's going through. Let's get this other tire and try it, because I think those are front tires that I'm using on there. Maybe that is a difference. Yeah. No, that is a rear tire. Oh, that is a rear tire also. Maybe I need a front tire. Yeah, see, look how the... rim really sticks out. It doesn't stick out on those. It does a little bit on those. Let's get a front tire. Is that a front tire? No, that's a rear 2 tire. Front tire, front tire, front 2, front 2. Front 2! That's a rear tire. This one's a rear tire. This is a front 2. Let's see if this fits any different. No, it does not appear to fit any different at all. No, but what it's doing here, it's flipping this rim around. As you can tell, it's flipping it around. So, like, I could put it on this way. Well, things would cooperate. And it flips it around. So what we're seeing is the back side of the rim. Because if it was on here front ways, it doesn't really stick out, see? So we have an issue. We have an issue with that. So even though I like those, I don't like how the rims stick out. So since I don't like it, I guess these aren't going to be used. Unless we do something like this. Will this do anything? I know it's bolting on the back side, but it is what it is. Now, see, it still wants to do its thing. We could go with those. Those don't look bad. They're kind of sportier. It's not that I don't like these. I mean, I do like them. It's just I think there was some better options. I guess we'll go with these. I don't want to use the... Okay, so the rear 2 goes first. Rear 2 and front 2. I don't want to use these standard ones on here, which would be fine, I guess, but rear 2 and front 2. So the rear 2 goes first. That on... Oh. Well, that went on backwards. Just to make sure before I bolt all those up. Okay, yeah. That's right. Okay, cool. Sorry about all that nonsense, guys. But I wanted to show you guys the process of doing this. That if you do use Spaz's dually rims, you can make them look like an actual dually if you use these. Because these are more obvious, like a standard, what you would see for a dually rim, right? So that's how you would do the rear. The front, you just put the front on there. We don't have a... gotta go get... Actually, it would be this one you would put on there. Show you guys real quick for anybody that cares. You would put that one on the front. Like that, with those. So, yeah. And then I showed you the rear already, so don't need to do that again. Nope, that's not the one I want. I want that. Did we not get another one of those? I guess not. Thought I did. We have a bunch of those. I don't know. Well, I don't want to go out of that because I gotta get tires, so hitting the wrong buttons here. This place is an absolute mess. We got thousands of dollars in wheels sitting around that we wasted money on, but it's alright. Let's see. So we got that on there. We need to take these off. I need to tighten that down. Yeah, I really thought that I bought a fourth one of those, but, oh, right here. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we need some of those, so get this junk out of the way. Hopefully I'm doing this correct. Because I really don't want to be wasting any more time. Come on, dude. That's right. Let me just double check. Yep. It didn't happen exactly how I envisioned it, but it's not far from it. But sometimes, like I said, not everything always goes to plan. And I think it looks pretty freaking sweet. So, there's that. Yep. R2, front 2. R2, front 2. That's R2. But I think if someone wants to know how to do dually wheels with Spaz's, wheel pack, this definitely would help them out. So I don't think it's all a lost cause, a complete waste of time. Wrong one. Oh, then I remember we gotta go around and fill up all these tires. There we go. We got to put fluids in the car and everything like that, and hopefully the car runs. So yeah, and we have to paint the car still. So yeah, there's still some more work to be done. And I'm actually gonna paint this car. I'm not gonna take it over to the paint booth. I'm gonna paint it. And I believe I'm gonna do a flat color on it. I'm not gonna clear coat it. I think kind of a flat color would make this thing look even tougher. There we go. Nice. There's a lot of tire cleaning up going on after this one. That looks actually pretty sweet. I like it. I like it. All right, let's get this down off the jacks. Specialized jacks are a little tricky to deal with sometimes. Oh, you know what? Please don't go crazy on me. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot. We got to get all the tires aired up on it. Let's go 2.2. I could go 2.0. There we go. There's that one there. Got some fuel rims on here. You know, we're rocking some high dollar rims here. Phantom goes and wrecks this one up, man. It's going to be expensive to replace. Oh, I put it up to 2.5? I didn't realize I did that, dang it. Well, since that one's 2.5, I could always take air out, but I'm not going to. 2.5 is just fine. There we go. Make sure they all have the proper amount of air. Where's the one for the rear? Right there. I didn't think it was going to work there for a minute. All right, cool. Let's get this back on the rack. This back in here. No one tries to steal it. Let's get this down off the blocks. Got a lot of cleanup today. Look at that. All right. It is looking good. That looks cool now, man. Got a nice look to it. Let's look at it from the side here. Nice. That's pretty sweet. You gonna do some off-roading now, bud? Yeah. That thing will crawl anything now. Look at that. That's a heck of a lot of rubber on there. I like it a lot. I like it. All right, well, we still have fluids for the engine, radiator. We got to paint this thing. Drop maybe some paint colors down in the comments for this car here. I'm not sure exactly yet what I'm going to do for a color, but I am going to do a flat color, and I'm going to paint it myself. So there is still a little bit of work still to do on this car. Hopefully we rebuilt the engine correctly, and it does run. We don't even know if it runs yet. But, yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave the video a like. If you like my content, like my channel, consider subscribing to me. All your support is greatly appreciated. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later, and thank you very much for watching.